everybody. I am Chris Massey, and welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show here on the American Hearts Radio Network. We're coming to you live tonight from our studio in downtown Atlanta, and tonight is episode 2 of season 3, and if I am not mistaken, Al, tonight is the 40th episode of the Chris Massey Music Show. 40 shows.
Getting it in, ain't you?
40 shows.
It's amazing.
I've almost got tenure now with the with the network, and we are so glad you were watching tonight. We got a great show for you this evening. Now let's get some things out of the way here before I get started. Okay, you okay over there, Al?
I'm good.
You're good. You're good. Okay. Now, in the last Republican debate, if you got a chance to watch it, you know, it was very entertaining. You know, Donald Trump says Ted Cruz is a liar. Jeb Bush says Donald Trump is a liar. Marco Rubio says Ted Cruz is a liar. In fact, they're all calling each other liars. The only person that's not calling anybody a liar is Ben Carson, and he's in last place. You know, Ben, I think it's time for you to pack it up and go back to the hospital, pal. I mean, you've given a valiant effort, but you're just you're just not dirty enough to get down in the mud with these guys. I mean, the mudslinging is unbelievable. Did you see some of it, Al?
Dude, I couldn't watch it.
You know, and what is with Jeb Bush? I mean, you know, he keeps defending his brother on TV. So Jeb, I'm going to help you out tonight, okay? Are you ready, Al?
Let's go.
Your brother is not helping you. He was one of the worst presidents in American history. He cannot help you win this election. Quit bringing it up. Donald Trump jumps on it every single time that you say something about it. You know, he did a commercial for him over in South Carolina.
I didn't know that.
He did. He did, and he made a campaign stop. This is a president that has not been invited to the last 2 Republican conventions. He left office with a 22% approval rating. So for you to keep standing up there and saying you're proud of him, that's fine, and it's honorable of you, but it is not helping you with the election. On the Democrat side, you've got Hillary and Bernie. And, you know, their debates are kind of boring. I mean, they both kind of agree on the same thing. They just kind of agree in a different kind of way. And when it's all said and done, here's what's going to happen. If Hillary gets the nomination, Bernie is going to support Hillary. And he is going to encourage all of his followers to support Hillary. And if Hillary loses the election, she is going to support Bernie. And she is going to encourage all of her people to get with Bernie. And they will unify over there. It is going to be hard for them to do that on the right. I mean, it just is. How is Jeb Bush going to endorse Donald Trump? How is that going to happen? How is Jeb Bush going to get on TV and say, you know, I support Donald Trump and I want him to be president? You know, how is Ted Cruz going to support Marco Rubio when Marco Rubio is for amnesty? I mean, it's really going to be interesting. You know, the thing that would be the most interesting is that, you know, the Democrats say that Donald Trump is unelectable. And the Republicans say that Bernie Sanders is unelectable. So what happens if they both win? If they both win and we have Donald Trump against Bernie Sanders. But I got to tell you, you know, do not underestimate the power of young people in this country. And they are behind Bernie Sanders hook, line, and sinker. You know, and in the late 60s, you know, young people got going against the war in Vietnam. And they made a tremendous difference, not only in the war, but in this country. And, you know, they speak loud. And, you know, my daughter goes to Georgia Tech, and she tells me it's unanimous on campus. You know, everybody is for Bernie. You know, he's going to be in Atlanta at Morehouse College. You know, I guess he's over at Morehouse because he wants to get some of the white vote. Is that correct? I don't think that's the case at all. Now, Senator Mitch McConnell. Now you know, of course, Chief Justice Scalia died.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Great man, and he is gone. And now the Republicans are all in uproar because Obama is going to elect or recommend a new Supreme Court justice, and they're saying that he shouldn't do this because he's in his last year. It was made clear today on CNN that Ronald Reagan nominated a Supreme Court justice when he had 11 months left in office. Wow. That is correct. When he had 11 months in office and nobody had a problem with it. Mitch McConnell said that Obama should not make the nomination because we need to give the American people a say in this. Well, Mr. McConnell, the American people have already had a say in it. They elected Barack Obama, and his job is to select a Supreme Court justice while he is president. Now, in the Senate, if you guys don't want to pass it, that is up to you, but it is his duty to do this. Of course, if it was a Republican president, they'd be all for it. All right. Well, we have got a great show tonight. I have got Sam Weyman. Is it Weyman?
Weyman.
Sam Weyman, owner of the Steamhouse Lounge in Midtown here tonight to talk about the great things they do and the upcoming Oyster Festival that will be held February 27th and 28th later this month. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Massey from The Chris Massey Show. You know, one of my favorite places to hang out, eat, and play music is the Moonshadow Tavern in Tucker, Georgia. Moonshadow Tavern, they got great food, great drink, and great live music 5 nights a week. Right now at the Moonshadow Saloon, you can go and get 5 appetizers for $5 each. That's right, 5 appetizers for $25. So just go down there and get them. Hell, those appetizers, man, that's a whole meal in itself. All right, we're back. Okay. A friend of mine for a long time, a friend of the Chris Massey Band, a friend of the Chris Massey Music Show, and a friend to a lot of musicians and club owners in Atlanta. Atlanta rock photographer Sloan Rainwater was in a bad car accident the night of the Super Bowl. She suffered 5 broken ribs, broke her hip, and had a concussion. She is home from the hospital now and has a long road of recovery in front of her. And being in the entertainment business, like so many of us, Sloan does not have any health insurance. So we have started a fund for Sloan. And what was the name of that fund? I said it was?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. If you go on Google GoFundMe and look for the fund for Sloan Rainwater, it's real easy. You can go right on there with your debit card and make a donation to her. There will also be a couple of benefits for Sloan. One is going to be at the Star Bar in April, and the other one is going to be Sunday, May 22nd at Smith's Old Bar. The Chris Massey Band, we will be performing at that, and some other bands as well. And there will be more details to come as this comes out. So Sloan, we love you, honey. I hope you're doing okay there, and we're going to raise as much money for you as possible. So you just concentrate on getting better. On the Chris Massey Band front, we will be appearing on Friday, February the 26th, at the Whistle Post Tavern in Conyers, Georgia, a place that we frequent a couple of times a year. We haven't been there in a while, so come on out. There's never a cover at the Whistle Post. They've got great food, and I know Chris will be glad to see you. When you come in down there, we'll be playing 9 to 1, playing songs from my 3 albums and all your honky-tonk favorites from people like Merle Haggard, Buck Owens, Dwight Yoakam, Alan Jackson, and so on. And Al, I don't know if you saw this on Facebook. I posted it, but the Chris Massey Band will be playing in New York City in the Big Apple on Saturday, July the 22nd. We're going to be at Patty Riley's Music Bar. This will be our second trip to the Big Apple. We played there in June of 2013 when we were on the Cowboy Heart Tour. We will also be playing on the road that same week at the Highland Tap Room in Louisville, Kentucky, and at Smokey Joe's in Charlotte, North Carolina, a place that we frequent about once a year, and other dates to come. We will also be performing in the state of Florida in June on a weekend, a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The good people at Skipper's Booking Agency in Tampa, Florida called me today. I do not have the cities and I do not have the venues. I was just told that it was in the works, and as soon as we have some information on that, we will get that to you. All right. So listen, when we come back, we're going to have Sam Weyman from the Steamhouse Lounge. Be right back.
Leon Smoker with Rachel
networks make me go to this Kiss concert with you?
Well, you know, man, sometimes I get lost. You know, I have a hard time getting found.
Where did you even find this car?
You know that dude that does the Batman show at 11 a.m. on Saturdays?
Oh yeah, so we let you borrow it?
Well, sort of.
What do you mean, sorta?
Well, I mean, my car broke down and I kind of sort of took his.
Well, did you ask him for permission?
No.
So you stole it?
Well, man, look, it's not really stealing, man. We're going to give it back to him after we get back from the concert.
It's unbelievable.
Now, look, man, when we get to the concert, I've got some weed in the glove box there, man, and I want you to put it in your purse and take it into the concert for me.
Have you lost your mind?
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, man, it's the cops, man. Quick, get that weed out, man, and shove it down your pants.
I'm not shoving weed down my pants.
Oh, shit, here he comes. Play cool, play cool.
Hello, sir.
Hello, officer. Listen, man, if you pull us over because you think we've got marijuana in this car, we don't have any in here.
You were speeding.
Yeah?
Are you Leon Smoker?
Yeah? Yeah, man, I'm Leon Smoker. Yeah, that's right, man. And this is Rachel Jordan.
I've seen both your shows.
Hi, officer.
Man, you need to do a
Yeah?
Black Sabbath review.
So you'd like to see us do a review of a Black Sabbath record, huh?
You can go slow it down.
Okay. All right, man. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate it. Man, that was close.
You're an idiot.
Officers require assistance.
Hey, I'm Leon Smoker.
And I'm Rachel Jordan.
And I'm Moses Moe from Mother's Finest.
And you're watching the Chris Massey Music Show. Hey, man, you remember that time when we opened for Aerosmith?
I do.
Man, that was awesome. All right, we're back. My guest tonight has been the owner and operator of the Steamhouse Lounge since 1986. Let me tell you something. That's a long time to do anything, but in the city of Atlanta, that is a long time to have a restaurant up and running. They also host one of the biggest pre-spring events in the city with the Oyster Fest every year, and that is coming up on February 27th and 28th. We're going to be talking about that in great detail. So would you please welcome to the Chris Massey Music Show, Mr. Sam Weyman. Come on in, my friend.
Hey, Chris. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. So glad that you could be here on such short notice. As I was telling you, I thought the show was going to be next Monday night. But obviously it was not, and I'm glad you could make it on such short notice.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into the restaurant business.
Oh, I was an actor.
Okay.
Well, at one point in your life, when you're an actor, somebody's got to say, well, you going to keep trying this, or you going to just go ahead and be a bartender the rest of your life? So I decided to be a bartender the rest of my life.
Well, you know, my father dabbled in the music business, and he told me, he said, son, if you're going to play music, he goes, that's fine. He goes, but you've got to have a solid plan B.
That's right.
That's what you got to have.
That's right.
And plan B has enabled me to pursue plan A.
That's right.
That's how it's worked out for me. So where were you? Are you a native Atlantan? Were you in the city when this was happening?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta, but I move away. I move away about every 10 years, and then I end up back here.
Okay, all right.
But now I've been here a good 35 years. We opened Vickery's up in 1983, and then the Steamhouse in 86.
Okay, so you started with Vickery's.
Vickery's Bar and Grill.
And Vickery's was I know it was a very popular bar for a lot of people in the entertainment industry.
Yes, it was.
Atlanta. You guys were open late.
Yes, it was.
And there was a lot of people that were getting through with their gigs and through dancing and all kind of stuff that used to come over to Vickery's.
That's right, 688 and weekends and the Fox Theater. Whoever was headlining at the Fox ended up down at Vickery's.
Right. So that was a gold mine, I would imagine, there for a while.
That was great. It was a lot of fun.
Now, did Vickery's help finance the Steamhouse? Is that the way that worked?
Oh, yeah. That was our next place. And then we started doing these oyster roasts about 30 years ago. This is going to be our 29th, actually 29 years ago. This will be our 29th oyster roast.
Okay. Now, and I've told people this, and I was talking to you this before the show. You know, what the Steamhouse offers is, you know, when you're down in Florida on vacation or you're in the Caribbean or anywhere, there's always these little restaurants, these little like wooden homes.
That's right.
that have been transformed into restaurants, and they serve raw oysters, and you can eat outside, and it's got a real beach feel. And that's what the Steamhouse offers right in the middle of the city.
That's right. Cold beer on ice and raw oysters. You come in your flip-flops and your T-shirt.
That's right. That's right.
Any
Absolutely.
time of the day, we're always open, you know. That's what we do.
Now let me ask you, what was that place originally?
Where we are now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it was it was like a home for wayward mothers or something years and years ago. Then it became, it was a hipster joint called, what was it called? Cherry.
Yes, okay.
Cherry. And then it was beautiful. Beautiful. Then we came in and fucked it all up. Put up neon signs and, you know, put beer on ice.
Well, what's good for you is when you're riding down West Peachtree Street and you're looking at all the big buildings and everything, you can't help but take a second look at your place because it doesn't go with anything else on the decorum on that road.
That's right. It's kind of a dump.
No, but
I'm proud of my dump.
But it's perfect. It's perfect. How old is that building about?
I don't know. Probably 80 years old.
Okay.
Maybe
Well, you know, back in the old days, I did some research on the history of Atlanta. West Peachtree Street was a very affluent street, and at one time there were big mansions.
Oh yeah.
On that road that went all the way down, and of course, all these rich people sold it to commercial developers and continued to get more rich.
Amen.
You know, and but that is a very nice piece of real estate that you've got there.
Yeah.
Right on the corner there. Now, so tell me about. Now, you were originally in Buckhead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When they tore down Buckhead, they didn't want the dumpy places to stay. They only wanted the fancy places to stay.
So you moved out with that.
So we moved out, and we found this little place. For rent. It had 3 bars in it already.
Okay.
And so I turned it into the Steamhouse. I brought everything from the old Steamhouse. I brought the toilets. I brought the old broads that have been working for me for 30 years. I brought everything. And we just popped open the Steamhouse, and it's been doing great so far. Yeah,
it's a hot place to go. It is, and like I said, I live in Midtown, and my wife and I, we go there 2-3 times in the summertime.
Great.
And have oysters there. That's what we like to do. Now, when you left Buckhead, now I heard from people that the city told a lot of these places, we're not renewing your liquor license.
Oh,
you're gonna have to go. Is that how it went down, or?
Oh no, the big developer just bought out everybody's lease. You know, they had to give us a bunch of money because we had a long lease, but of course that money was gone real quick. But no, we reopened. We didn't have too much of a problem. We didn't open up in Midtown.
You know, and it's kind of sad too when you go into Buckhead now. I mean, it's just nothing. You know, like I was in my 20s in the early 80s, and you could park your car. And you know, and there was Carlos McGee's, and there was Aunt Charlie's.
That's right.
And they were all, and you could just walk from bar to bar to bar to bar.
That's right.
And burn up. And next thing you knew, it was 4 a.m.
There you go.
You know,
that was a lot of fun those days.
And there you were. Now tell me a little bit about the Oyster Festival.
All right. Well, I've got a semi-tractor trailer filled with oysters, thousands of bushels of oysters.
Okay.
Parking it on the side of the road, and then we got a forklift that comes and pulls them out. I got these big, huge grills.
Okay.
We throw these things on these great big wood-fired grills. We take these big old like snow shovels and shovel them things off the grills onto tables. Put them into fried chicken buckets and then sell them for $12 a piece. You get about 2.5 dozen steamed, smoked oysters. It's beautiful.
For $12?
For $12.
Man, that's a good deal.
You grab that thing and you grab a cold beer and you could find yourself a spot in front of the bands. And,
right.
You know, you eat oysters and drink beer all afternoon.
All day.
In the middle of February.
And where are you guys bringing these oysters in from?
They come from Apalachicola.
Apalachicola.
They come from bunch of different spots in Apalachicola because there's so many of them, but come
All
in
right.
one great big truck.
Now, how many people show up for this thing?
We had about 8,000 last year.
8,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
Saturday's our big day. We'll probably have 5,000-6,000 on Saturday. And then Sunday's a day that's a lot more fun for people my age.
Right.
I don't know about you, but people my age are going to have a little more fun. It's a little too raucous and a little too wild, too loud, too many people, too smushed together on
Right.
Saturday.
Now, does this thing have a limit of people y'all can let in?
Oh yeah, at certain times of the day, the police, the fire department, they're gonna close the gates and allow a couple of people in.
Okay, and what street is it that this is closed off on?
West Peachtree, 12th Street, and 11th Street. We've got one gate on West Peachtree, one gate on 11th Street, one gate on 12th Street.
That's right. Okay. So you guys are where the, I never thought about this, but the Steamhouse is almost across the street from where the old bistro used to be.
Exactly. I didn't know. Yeah. The old bistro.
The old bistro.
Yeah, you
there.
can go see the Nighthawks over there.
Yeah. All the way. Jimmy Buffett owned that bar for a little while.
Really?
In the 70s. He sure
did not
did.
know
He
that.
sure did.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got about 8,000 people coming, and word of mouth with this thing just
Pretty much.
is pretty much the
Well,
way it goes.
after 30 years, that's a lot of word.
Yes.
A lot of word of mouth.
Yes. And the thing you got going is that by the end of February, everybody's ready to do something.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Cabin fever sets in.
right.
The Super Bowl's over. You made it through Valentine's Day.
That's right. That's
it's
right.
time to get outside.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day still a month away.
That's right.
Now, how has the weather treated you guys over the years? It's always been in February, right?
Always been in February. I'm very superstitious. I don't like to talk about the weather,
Okay.
but I'm going to talk about the weather.
Okay.
In 29 years, we've only had 2 bad weather times.
Okay.
One, it was a snowy, rainy kind of a day, and one was last year. Last year, it was a little cold.
It was a little cold last year,
Yeah.
but the year before that, it was
Unbelievable.
gorgeous. It was
70
like
degrees.
75 degrees out
70
there.
degrees in the middle of February.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
I make the bartenders. They got to wear sunscreen. They got to bring sunscreen just in case.
Well, that is awesome. Okay, so that's what we got. We've got and this is the 29th Oyster Festival.
29th Oyster Festival.
So this is the 29th annual Oyster Festival at the Steamhouse Lounge on the corner of 12th and West Peachtree.
11th and West Peachtree.
11th and West Peachtree. On Saturday the 27th, we will have a lineup featuring Ian Campbell and the Recruits, the Halem Albright Band, Dynamite, Chico the Bear, and one of Atlanta's favorite bands, the Cigar Store Indians.
That's right.
Will be playing. On Sunday, you have Cody Marlowe and the Dead Flowers, Sam Birchfield, and the Western Sizzlers, which features Rick Richards from the
Amen.
Georgia Satellites.
Yep.
They will be there. And closing out the show will be Randall Bramlett. $20 to get in.
Yes, sir.
$20 to get in. Bushels of oysters, cold beer. I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's the best time you can have in February in Atlanta. You know, there's going to be a ton of people there. It's going to be a good time, and hopefully Mother Nature will bless you with some good weather and bless
Thank
all
you
of
very
us
much.
with some.
Thank you very much.
And I'm planning on being down there that day, and I hope to see you there too. Sam, thanks for being here.
Thank you very much
All
for
right.
having me.
We'll be
God
right
bless
back.
you.
Are you looking for a great night out? Are you in the Atlanta, Georgia area? Are you looking to check out some live, awesome music during the week? They have keynote, poker tournaments, horseshoes, and special events. It's all at the Moon Shadow Tavern. That's at 3976 Lawrenceville Highway in Tucker, Georgia. That's the Moon Shadow Tavern. Give them a call, 770-674-2133. Check out their selection of great food, friendly service. Visit their website at msttucker.com. That's www.msttucker.com. Moon Shadow Tavern is a proud sponsor of the Chris Massey Web TV music show on www.americanheartsradio.com. Make sure you told them that American Hearts Radio sent you. Visit their website, check out their great selection of food, appetizers, wings, burgers, sandwiches and wraps, steaks and chicken, salads and sides. Also their drink specials. Live music during the week. Check them out. Give them a call, 770-674-2133.
All right. right, we're back. We're back. For being a guest on the Chris Massey Music Show, Sam Weyman will receive a 6-month supply of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat, and a case of turtle wax. That is correct. Just see Ray, the security guard, in the lobby, and he will get you your door prizes. All right, Al. Well, let's see. Coming up in March, I have a few things on the back burner, but I just confirmed today. He actually called me on Monday, April the 18th. We are going to have right here the one and only Colonel Bruce Hampton.
Get out of here.
That is right. Colonel Bruce Hampton will be here. A lot of you know him, Colonel Bruce Hampton from the Hampton Grease Band, Colonel Bruce Hampton and the Aquarian Rescue Unit. Also, the guy that played Mort in the movie Sling Blade. And he has got a new movie coming out with Fred Willard. And the premiere of this movie is going to be on Sunday, March the 3rd at the Plaza Theater on East Ponce Leon.
Nice.
Ponce Leon. Now, let me tell you what I learned about that area this week, okay? If you're leaving the Majestic, which is right there on the corner, and you pull out of that little side street right there, do not turn left onto Ponce Leon. Because I found out at
The hard way.
2 o'clock in the morning, coming home from the Dan Baird and Homemade Sin show the other night. And the lady pulled me over and asked me 3 times if I had been drinking. And I do not drink and haven't drank for a long, long time. And she wasn't buying it.
What?
Yeah, she you know, I guess if you're out at 2 in the morning and you're leaving the Majestic and you're wearing a cowboy hat, you must have been drinking.
She gave you a breathalyzer or something?
No, she finally laid off on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
But she did not want to give me a ticket for illegal left-hand turn.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, which frankly was a waste of my time and a waste of her time. And I'm going to be donating, I'm guessing, $175 probably to the city of Atlanta.
Wow.
So that is one expensive cheeseburger and hash browns scattered and smothered that I had from the Majestic the other night. And, that was cheat night for me. I don't try to eat that stuff that often, but I did that night and I enjoyed it. But that ticket made it a little less enjoyable. So we will be back in March. And remember to check out that fund. What is that again, Al? The fund for Sloan?
Oh, GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, look on there and look for Sloan Rainwater, donate to help her with her injuries. And Friday, February the 26th, the Chris Massey Band, we will be at the Whistle Post Tavern in Conyers, Georgia. Hope to see you then. Until next time, like I always say, always love your woman. Take life as it comes. And when you get the chance, have too much fun. We'll see you next time.